Hello everyone! Today I wanted to share a day in my life as an aspiring author. From my morning routine to my work habits, from trying to balance chores and breaks amongst everything else. I thought it would be fun to create a little snapshot into my current routine to create a kind of time capsule that I can look back on and see how my life and work routine changes. So I present to you a day in the life of an aspiring author. What I do most days on the road to publication. I start my day with a glass of water as soon as I wake up, and another one while I get ready to go for a walk. While I let the sunscreen soak in, I do a few little chores like unstacking the dishes and making the bed. Because if I achieve nothing else in the day, I've hydrated, made the bed, and gone for a walk. And that's success in its own way. And off I go. I like to listen to podcasts or my own novel soundtracks while I walk. Today I listened to 2 episodes of the Fremantle Press podcast. And back home again. After a shower, I make breakfast. My go-to at the moment is porridge with maple syrup and berries. Sometimes juice. Always coffee. I set myself up for the day by checking my to-do list in my beautiful monogrammed diary. Nothing like beautiful stationery to get you motivated, am I right? I find this is a great way to focus on your goals, both professional and personal. One of mine at the moment is drinking more water. My bladder is only just starting to catch up now, but I'm drinking a whole lot more water than I used to. Another goal is to do more physical activity throughout the day, since most of the time it's a pretty sedentary job. I try to start every day with a writing prompt, just 15 to 20 minutes of uninterrupted stream of consciousness to knock on creativity's door. Hello, let me in please. I'm currently using the Writer's Right free daily prompts. Today's was about someone called Layla finding some yellow wings. If I have any errands for the day, I like to do them up front so they don't interrupt my more productive time later. But if I'm lucky, I can get straight on into my current projects. I'm working on striking a balance between writing and video editing at the moment. They both require so much time and headspace. And screen time, my god. I can easily spend 10 hours a day working on either. I try to set myself limits so that I can keep up momentum on both my writing and my video creation. If I'm working on a video, I could be filming myself talking to the camera, like I am right now, or filming a craft or creation that I'm making to create a kind of time capsule that I can look back on. Or I could be editing the footage. After working for a couple of hours or until I hit a natural lull, I'll take a break to work on some social media, which could be curating some photos to upload, scheduling some posts, or interacting with the community. I also might work on the thumbnail for my next YouTube video. Noon always rolls around faster than I can keep up with. My go-to lunch is cheese and tomato on crackers with some cracked pepper, and my second and last coffee for the day. Lunch is usually a short affair and I get back to work. If my optometrist saw this video, he would be shaking his head at my lack of eye breaks. All I can say is I endeavour to give my eyes a break wherever possible. So, never really. Sorry. So for the afternoon, depending on time pressure for certain projects, I'll either continue working on the same or jump ship. I love the freedom to set my own schedule, to choose what project I work on and which goals I prioritise. But I also struggle to take breaks. Something I'm trying to make a new habit is doing some light exercise or stretching when I have my natural circadian rhythm low around 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's also a great opportunity to have that elusive eye break as well. And some water, of course. If I didn't work on my social media platforms in the morning, I will spend a bit of time in the afternoon doing it. I might also look into competitions coming up, industry events. I also like to check in on publishers to learn more about them and their submission guidelines, or depending on the day, I might post an update for the Facebook page I help run for Inkling's Writers Workshop. The afternoon will usually continue with some more writing, editing, filming, or planning, but I may also delve into some research for an upcoming writing project, or even learning more about the industry and about being an author. I've previously read the How to Be an Author book by Fremantle Press, which is an amazing resource, but I've just started reading Marketing with Social Media by Linda Coles, which I'm hoping I'll pick up a few tricks from as well. Sometimes I'll shut down the computer for the night before dinner. Other times I might work right up until it's time to wind down for sleep. I am truly at the mercy of the creativity gods. If I'm not steamrolled by an idea, then I will try to make dinner by about 6 o'clock. When I'm particularly inspired, we like to try new recipes. Our latest find has been homemade rice paper rolls. After dinner is cleanup and preparation for the next day. I've started journaling in this beautiful linen-bound journal I got from some amazing friends. Journaling is just a great opportunity to reflect on the day and to set yourself up for the next. I'll also write my to-do list in my diary of any errands or stages that my projects need to hit by that particular day. Anything I didn't get done in one day will just get added to the next one. If I don't return to a project after dinner, then it's time to settle in for a movie or a few episodes of our current show with a hot drink. Like most creatives, I'm guessing, I don't sleep well. I've tried every recommendation there is, and I've found that the most important one for me is winding down at least an hour before I want to go to sleep. Avoiding screens and doing some reading or listening to a podcast from about 9 p.m. onwards. If I'm reading a book, I will usually take pictures of lines I want to reflect on or jot down some notes on ideas to review later. If I'm feeling particularly luxurious, I might light my crackling candle. If not, it's usually thunderstorm ambience for me. I switch off the lights around 10:30 p.m. and if all's gone to plan, I'll be asleep shortly after. So there you have it. That's a day in my life as an aspiring author. I usually find that my to-do list is much longer than the hours in the day, but I think it's good to dream big and challenge yourself. I'm very new to this full-time creative career, so I'm still trying to find that balance for myself between work and rest. Unless I wake up particularly inspired, I'm usually pretty useless before 10 a.m, so I've found it's best for me to use that time for some exercise, planning, brainstorming, those sorts of things before I get stuck in for the day. My schedule wouldn't work for everyone. Hell, it doesn't work for me every day. But it's good to recognize that fact and work with what you've got. Some days it's all planning. Some days you're working on a project you're not even supposed to be prioritizing. Sometimes you write 500 words, sometimes you write 1,000, sometimes none. I try to take these days as they come and celebrate the accomplishments when I get them. I hope you've enjoyed this little insight into my daily life as an aspiring author. You know the drill. Like a video to feed the creator for a day, subscribe to support them forever. Until next time, keep aspiring. Scratchy, scratchy. That's turning off. Try and build some relationships. Why are you creaking? Oh my gosh, shush. Settle. Move. For a fellow writer who's struggling in the world of writing out there. Don't be struggling. I'll shut down before dinner. Not me, the convener. Support.